بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum, dear children. We have finally reached the birthday of Imam Ali. Khushali Mubarak to all of you. This is such a wonderful, wonderful day, and I really hope that you and your families are able to celebrate this wonderful personality's birthday. And to celebrate, today's story is going to be different. We are going to read the story of Isa the Incredible Climbs Mount Mushkil. So sit back, enjoy, and listen to the story. It was a warm and sunny day. Isa the ant was taking a walk with his brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, what a beautiful day, said his sister Maryam. Let's go to the park. Isa was scared. He didn't want to go to the park. If he went to the park, he would have to climb Mount Mushkil. But it was just too high, and Isa was just too afraid. Come on, Isa, don't worry so much, Maryam said. Isa did love to swing, and Isa did love to slide. Yes, Isa thought, I will go to the park. But when he pictured that big, huge hill, his little legs felt all wobbly. They finally reached the park, and all the other ants started up the hill. They were laughing and having fun, but Isa stayed at the bottom all by himself. He was scared. He was lonely. He wanted to go up, but his legs just wouldn't move. As Isa stood there all alone, a group of ants from school came by. What's the matter, Isa? They teased him. Too scared to climb the hill? No, Isa whispered. He looked at the ground. He shuffled his feet. I'll show them that I can be brave, Isa thought. He took a few steps up Mount Mushkil, but when he looked up and saw how high it was, his heart started racing. His thorax started aching. Butterflies fluttered in his tummy. He turned right around. The mean ants let out a loud burst of laughter, and Isa's heart sank. Tears flowed from his eyes, and he ran back home. The next day, Isa woke up and decided that he would go back to the park and be brave. Insha'Allah, today will be the day I get to the top of Mount Mushkil, he said to himself. Soon he found himself at the bottom of the hill trying to climb up. He tried with his eyes closed. He tried by thinking of his favorite things. He tried to tell himself he could do it, but nothing worked. Isa just couldn't get up that hill. As Isa sadly turned back towards home, a wise old ant passed by. What's the matter, little one? He asked Isa. Isa looked down with a frown on his face and said, I want to climb Mount Mushkil and play at the park with everyone else, but I'm just too scared. The wise old ant understood and knew how to fix Isa's problem. He said, I will tell you the secret to climbing this mountain. The secret? There's a secret? Asked Isa. Yes, the wise old ant told Isa, that when there was something that was hard for him or made him scared, whether it was Mount Mushkil or anything else in life, he should remember the bravery of Imam Ali. He explained that Allah the All-Powerful had chosen special people to guide us and help us. Imam Ali was one of them, and he was stronger and braver than anyone else in the whole wide world. He fought fearlessly alongside the Prophet, and when the bad guys saw Imam Ali coming, they would become scared and run away. They knew he was strong and did not fear anyone or anything except for Allah. He was so strong that once he even lifted the big giant door of Khaybar all by himself. But how can I be as brave as Imam Ali? Isa asked. I am just a little ant. I will teach you a dua called Nade Ali. In this dua, we will remember Imam Ali and ask Allah to help us. If you say this dua, you will make it up Mount Mushkil with no worries. replied the old ant. Isa was nervous, doubtful, and still scared. He had tried everything to get up the mountain before, and nothing worked. He wasn't sure this would work either. Isa and the wise old ant met at the bottom of the hill after Dhuhr prayer for the next 5 days. During those afternoons, Isa learned the whole dua. He also learned that Allah likes to help those who try hard. The wise old ant even told Isa more stories about Imam Ali's strength and courage too. Finally, it was time for Isa to try again. The wise old ant went with him. Insha'Allah, you will make it to the top, Isa. Remember, think of Imam Ali. Recite the dua and ask Allah for help. Isa stood at the bottom of the hill and looked up. Sweat was dripping down his forehead. All 6 of his legs were trembling. His antennae were quivering. He remembered what the old ant said. "Oh Allah, oh Imam, please help me climb Mount Mushkil," cried Isa. He said Bismillah, and then he took his first few steps. Isa started reciting Nadi Ali. He climbed and he climbed. Soon he realized he wasn't scared anymore. It was really working. All the other ants had gathered at the bottom of the hill. When they saw it was Isa climbing up the mountain, they were surprised and started cheering him on. "You can do it, Isa!" Finally, Isa reached the top. He turned around and looked down at his family and friends. "I did it! I really climbed Mount Mushkil!" He looked up to the sky and said, "Alhamdulillah! Thank you, Allah! Thank you, Imam Ali, for helping me to be brave and strong." From that day on, Isa climbed up and down Mount Mushkil with no problem at all. And whenever he was scared of anything, he remembered the bravery of Imam Ali and recited the dua from the wise old ant. Now you can ask for help from Allah and Imam Ali just like Isa. Let's recite this dua together. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. نادي عليا مظهر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النوائب كل هم وغم سينجلي بعظمتك يا الله بنبوتك يا محمد بولايتك يا علي يا علي يا علي اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. I hope you enjoyed the story today. This is one of my favorite stories ever. Now, whenever you have a hard time doing anything, remember to recite Nadi Ali and Allah will help you.